So in this video, I am going to lay out all the essential skills you will need to become a front-end developer in no time. So if you are a beginner and want to learn front-end development in order to land a tech job, or maybe you're already in this field and want to level up your skills, then this video is for you. So there are three things we are going to be seeing to understand about this, what we are supposed to be doing here. So we are going to understanding all the skills you need to become a front-end developer, why it is important, and also the timeline for you to be able to learn to become a front-end developer. So before going to that, we are going to understand something. Web development. So web development is made up of two things, front-end development and back-end development. And then we also see full stack development, which is a combination of a front-end development and a back-end development. So today in this video, we are going to be concentrating on what we want to become our front-end development. And in the other video, in the later videos I'm going to record also, we are going to understand the roadmap also to become a back-end developer and also a full stack developer and also a web developer. You guys it. So today let's concentrate on front-end development. How to become the skills, the necessary skills that are necessary for us to be able to become a front-end developer. That is what we want to study for today. So now, before coming to understand that, the next thing we need to understand is that before diving in, what is this front-end development all about? Because why understanding what is front-end development, so that you know to understand, you better understand even the skills that you're going to take in order to become a front-end developer. So a front-end development simply means designing the face of a website or an application. It involves working on appearances of a website, so building interactive buttons, using images and animations or any aspect that involves enhancing the appearance of a web page. During the front-end development, a front-end developer has to ensure the looks and the feel of the page. So the page should look good and on any device. So apart from working on the UI, which is the user interface of the page, the front-end developer also has to maintain the right balance between the design and the functionality to ensure the speed and scalability. So front-end development also ensures that the web page is loading correctly on all the browsers, whether it is Google, Mozilla, Firefox, Edge, whatever the browser you're using, it should be able to load correctly and it should be able to be the same. And all the devices also, meaning that if I'm opening a particular website on my mobile phone or my laptop or my tablet or whatever you're using, it should be able to load the same. There shouldn't be any differences. A front-end developer makes the website engaging using the skills and technology. So question that most students always ask, they always ask when they want to dive in to become a front-end developer, how long does it take? They'll say, Madam, how long does it take for me to become a front-end developer? So to answer this question, it is going to depend on your consistency, your engagement, and how committed you are to become a front-end developer. So it is going to take depending on all these factors, it's going to take within 6 to 12 months for you to go to complete this particular course. So it depends on you. And today I'm giving the roadmap on all the necessary skills you need and also the timeline you need to study those skills. And also, if you check in this same channel, you're going to find all those necessary skills, also the details, explanation, and how you can be able to learn to become a front-end developer. So if you have reached up to this level and you haven't liked this video, you haven't subscribed to this channel, guys, what are you still waiting for? Just click the subscribe button if you have never subscribed to my channel. If you're coming to the channel for the first time, click the subscribe button and be able to subscribe to the channel so you can be able to get new things and projects and other things. And also click the like button to like the video. You get it. Be in the attitude of liking because it helps the YouTube algorithm to push this video to other places where it can be able to help others. Okay. So now let's quickly dive into understand. So the front-end development is built on three core languages. The first one we are having is HTML. I'm sure you've heard about HTML or you've studied HTML. So the HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is used for structuring our web pages. So that when you open a website, the structure of that website is based on HTML. So for you to be able to learn HTML, it takes 1 to 2 weeks, depending on your commitment on how to be able to complete it. The next thing we are going to be seeing is the CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So this Cascading Style Sheet, it is used for styling our web pages. So if you open any web pages, any application, you see how beautiful it is, the various coloring, the designs, how they are beautifully shaped, the design, the colors. Know that it is CSS that has done the job for us. So with the help of CSS, we can be able to do that. So for you to be able to learn CSS and understand everything about CSS, it can take you 2 to 4 weeks to learn everything about CSS, depending on your commitment, on your engagement, and how your consistency also in order to learn the language. Okay. To learn the particular, to understand it. Then the next thing we are going to be seeing is JavaScript. Now, this is where programming come into play because HTML and CSS is all about structuring and styling the page, the web page. But with JavaScript, it is programming. So using all the logic to make our web page interactive because programming, we need to think how can we be able to make use all the logic we need to make this web page interactive? So this is where programming starts. So make web pages. We make web pages, with JavaScript, we can make web pages interactive, handle the users' clicks that we are going to be seeing when the users are clicking in the web page. So to validate the form data, users are entering the form data on the page, show the pop-ups, then we create the details from the back end and it can take about 2 months for you to learn everything you need to know about JavaScript. The next thing we are also going to understand is that when you're working with this, as we coach, we need a way to be able to track the changes and collaborate with others. That is where the version control is going to come into play. You get it? Because we need to be able to track our codes and collaborate with other developers, other colleagues to be able to know. So this is where our version control come into place. Then we are going to be seeing about the Git and the GitHub. So the Git, it is used to track the changes to our code and also to revert to our previous versions. That is the Git. You get it? So we are going to learn to understand what is Git, what is GitHub. We need to understand Git. It is very easy to understand it. And then also the next thing we are going to be seeing, it is our GitHub. The GitHub is just a platform that is used to host our Git repositories. You get it? For example, if you have been following this channel before, you have seen projects like, for example, we have Python projects and other stuff. If you look in the description below, even in this video, you're going to see the link to my GitHub account. Why I always tell people that is where if you click the link there, you're going to see where all the source code of the projects are for you to go to download. So you will see the GitHub repositories. That is where we host all the the Git repositories, where we can be able to store our codes and also commit the changes in our particular code, whatever we are working on. So it allows us to share our code with others, so others can go there and download it. Means that anybody that's working on the same project, or anybody any of the world that we allow them to go to get the code, they can go there now to get the code. It allows us to work in a team environment because when you're working in your company, you're building a particular application, you are not the only one building all the modules. So there are others that are building different modules, so we can be able to commit the changes there. We push the changes there, all of our code, we put all the codes there, so others can be able to work as a team to view all the codes and assemble everything for us to go to integrate them with the various integration tools like Jenkins, and then we can now deploy them. So as a developer, Git and GitHub is a must know. As a developer, you must learn Git. You must understand how Git function, and also you should be able to know how GitHub function. If you look in this particular channel, you're going to see also a video about this, about the Git and GitHub, especially GitHub, how to create a repository, how to do all those things, commit your work, how to upload your videos to your GitHub account, upload your code, everything. And it can take between 1 to 2 weeks for you to be able to finish this and understand it very well. So it's very, very easy, right? Then the next thing we are going to understand, the next thing you should be able to study is TypeScript. TypeScript, it is a language built on JavaScript. So it is a language that's built on JavaScript. It is the static typing and additional features that we need to be able to work with. You get it? And it allows us to write more reverse code. This is one thing that is very beautiful. So it is very, very important because most companies they are using this. So it is a very thing for you to go to learn TypeScript. After finishing that, you come to TypeScript to go to learn it, and it is very easy and pretty simple. It takes just 2 to 3 weeks to go to learn everything about TypeScript, depending on your engagement, depending on your depending on your commitment, and also on your what, on your consistency. You're going to get it fast as easy and finish so fast. You get it. So, and please, if you're still watching up to now, you have not clicked any of the buttons below. So please do remember to click the like button. You can click the share to share with your friends, your colleagues on all your social platform. And then if you're coming to my channel for the very first time, guys, join the community. It's a very friendly and welcoming community, right? You can join by clicking the subscribe button. And remember, when you click the subscribe button, it's not free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And when you subscribe, just click that bell notification to click all to get notified whenever we upload new videos, because more is coming. You're going to be seeing to you look in here, you're going to see a lot of videos out there for you to boost your career as a tech. And also, we're going to be having also this front end development full course is coming. You're going to understand everything about HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Even this TypeScript videos are coming up for you to be able to learn them. Okay. Then the next thing we are going to be understanding is the UI toolkit framework, toolkit or the framework. So this UI toolkit or framework is very, very important in our journey for us to be able to become a front-end developer. So it is used for building the user interface with what? Reusable components. Examples include we have React, we have Angular, we have Vue. And React is the most popular and widely used. So most old and new projects they work on React. So I'll advise you to go for React. And listen, guys, you don't need to learn all the three things at once. No, just know one and own it. Learn one very well, understand it very well, and own it. And when you own it, then now when you have time, you can now be learning the other ones now to just like to also understand and know them. Don't go and try to learn all at the same time, because it's going to be very confusing and you at the end you will learn nothing. So to learn React effectively, you need to have a solid understanding of JavaScript and the basics of TypeScript. That is why we've started by saying you have to understand JavaScript very well, and also you need to understand the basic of TypeScript. When you understand the basic of TypeScript, then learning React is going to be so easy for you. So don't try to skip, guys. Don't skip anything. So we are going to focus on one framework at a time. These are the framework, the JavaScript framework. Don't the framework you can learn to become. I told you, go study on one at a time. And I will advise you to go for React, because React is very easy and very friendly and is widely used. It's most popular in the companies and in projects. Okay. So you can go with that to study. If you have any complaint or any question or anything, you can ask, you can keep it in the comment section and I'm going to answer you. The next thing that we are going to be seeing, these are added what? Added skills that are very, very important is a CSS processor. These are added skills to boost, because we know very well that the front end developer, this in job is very competitive, and you need to be able to have more skills, additional skills to make your job, to make you very hot in the market, and to make you very competitive, and to make you to stand out there. It is a CSS processor. This CSS processor, what is it all about? Don't be scared. It is very simple. It allows us to write CSS in a more efficient syntax using additional features. Then we compile it to a plain CSS. Because we know very well when you're working with CSS is used for styling your web pages. And when you're styling the web pages, when you're working on complex projects, big projects, sometimes you need additional features. You need more, for you to be able to use the normal CSS, it become tedious. It become frustrating sometimes. So with this CSS processing or the CSS framework that we are going to see, out of it is going to help you to be able to have the added features of this that can be able to you can be able to compile them in plain CSS and embed them inside your project as you're working on. So the examples include we have stylus, we have less, and we have SARS. So these are all the different processors. You don't need to learn all of them at once, guys. You just need to learn to check the word. Like for example, of this, I will suggest you go for SaaS, because SaaS, it is the most popular and it is good to start with. It is very easy to understand and very simple, and it is very popular. New project, new and main, especially new projects and things are built using SaaS, and also it takes just 1 to 2 weeks to learn. It is very very easy and understandable. When you're done understanding everything about SaaS, you're working on your projects. Then you can now go, now when you have time, you can now put the time now to understand these other ones, so you don't need to go and learn all at a time, because learning all at a time, guys, is going to be very frustrating, and you're going to you may there's a chance of you abandoning it. Okay, so I'll advise you to go for SaaS, because it is very very popular and very easy to understand and learn. The next thing we are also going to see, as I told you, is a CSS framework. So we see the CSS framework or the processor. So either go for the CSS, the framework, or the processor, and we come for the framework, which is very beautiful. It provides a pre-written CSS for our applications. This is what we want, right? Something that makes the job very easy, makes your work very easy for you to understand. That is it. So I will recall. So the various examples we are having is Taiwan. So we have the bootstrap, we have the skeleton, and we have the foundation. And I would recommend learning Tyrant due to its recent popularity, and a lot of newer React projects use it. You get it? It is not complicated to learn. This is the Tyrant. So I will advise you to go with this, because it's very, very easy, and it takes just 2 to 4 weeks to be able to learn the basics of it, which is enough for you to start going and keep you move and going. And if you have learned this and you have time, you want to venture in others, then you can go now to say, okay, you want to select, or you want to go for all of it, you want to learn all of them, is your choice. But guys, please don't try to be too smart to go and say you want to learn all at the same time, because it's going to keep you frustrated. It's going to frustrate you. You're going to run, it can make your journey very hectic and frustrating. And that is not what we have to learn smartly. We don't want to learn like learn carrying the learning as a process, as a burden. No, you need to learn and learn smart, the smart way of learning. So I advise you to go with Tyrant to be able to learn, to understand, because it is very easy and beautiful for you to understand. The next thing we are going to be seeing is automated testing. This is another skill that you can add to your front end development skill to make it very beautiful. Why am I adding all these extra skills? Is to make you to stand out, to make you to stand out there in the market. Okay, guys. So these automated testing skills, you should be able to understand how you'll be able to test your code, to enable us to write and test our code, to minimize the bugs. You get it? No, and I say it enhance the quality of our applications. So there are many out there, but we have two most popular ones that are there. We have the Jest and the Vitesse. There are various of them out there. You can name them, you can search, you will see them. But the Jest and Vitesse have gained popularity over the years for now. And it's very, 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 very common. It's very, very popular now in the industry. So which are very similar. So it's going to take you about 3 to 4 weeks. So for you to be able to go, the two that you can venture in either of them, or you want to go with both of them, is your choice. So guys, and remember to like, share, and subscribe. And also in the same channel, guys, the next video that is going to be uploaded is going to be on on this about this front end development. We are going to start HTML, CSS, JavaScript tutorial. We are going to understand everything, the basics you need to understand everything, and we are going to build projects from scratch to beginning. That we are going to build those projects, and so you understand how we use this code, understand how this thing go through, and we're also going to see how we can also embed all the various additional functionalities I've given all these skills, also how to test your skills, and how to understand also the type script, also to understand it, all the frameworks, React. We are going to see a course on React also in this particular channel. Everything for you to be able to know. So guys, make use of all these things, use them to build your career, build your skills, and become what a front end developer, and get a job out there, land your tech job, because the job market is very open and very easy for you to get a job for that. Okay. And also, guys, if you are here on this channel, you want to also become Python, you want to become a Python developer, you want to know how to build projects. If you look on the end screen here as I'm talking to you, you're going to see a Python full course for beginners to advanced. You're going to see Python full course. You're going to see also Python projects for beginners to advanced. You're going to learn along with your source code, because in the description, if you look in the description, you're going to see the link that is going to allow you to be able to download the source codes for free. Okay, for you to go to work with. So that is it, guys. That is it, guys. So this is just the full front-end development roadmap as I've just explained. Everything I've explained, everything is here. To learn the basic, you have to understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript, as I've explained. And then for CSS, the advanced features, we have the what? We have the what? We have the things to go. We have the preprocessor that says you go with SAS. We have the framework. We can go with Taiwan, as I told you. And then for JavaScript, we are going to learn a lot and the framework that is there. And I've advised you to go with React as a framework. And then we have the tools that we are going to be using, which is a version control system. And I've told you have to go with Git and GitHub. Guys, thank you so much for staying with us, for tuning in. So as I told you, just look on your screen. You're going to see some beautiful playlists. Just click on them. It's going to help you. Okay, so like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you have any comment or any question, just keep it in the description below, and I'm going to help you. And if you want to enroll, you enroll to become a full-time a front-end developer. You want to enroll to have a digital teaching studies with me. Yes, the class is ongoing. You can enroll you can contact me by just keeping a comment in the comment section. I'm going to take you, and there's a one-on-one section that we are having based on your own timing, one-on-one session. And also, if you want to join the group class, you can join. If you don't want a one-on-one session to go personally with you, we offer all those things in any of the programming languages, in any of this in the course you want to become, what I want to call a front-end developer, backup developer, DevOps engineer, or a cloud computing architect. You want to become a cloud computer, you want to become a Linux developer, you want to go to work to understand all these things, guys. It is open. You just need to contact by just what you look even in our bio. You're going to see the email address. You can write to us, send an email address. We are going to respond to you, or you can keep a comment in the comment section. We are going to get back to you. And then you see, for you to go to see how you can start, because the classes are very easy and affordable for you to go through. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much, and see you in the next class.